Binge or Purge? Binge or Purge? Binge or Purge?
Hello and welcome to Binge or Purge streaming reviews. I am your host, Dimo. My co-host is the illustrious Joe Taylor. This is episode 83.
Hey, man. Good to see you again.
Yes.
You got anything before we get started?
I got a bunch of stuff.
All right, go right
Okay,
ahead.
last episode, you gave a binge to the Netflix original movie Windfall.
Yeah.
You really liked it.
I liked it.
You liked it.
Yeah.
Okay, I watched it last night.
And?
Zero. A complete zero for me, man.
Wow.
I kept waiting for something to happen, and it never did.
What do you mean nothing happened?
Well,
Did you not watch it to the end?
I did watch the end, but then I was like, what, it was an hour and a half, and I'm like, is this movie 3 hours? It was like a one-act play where I'm like, somebody do something.
It all happens in the last 10 minutes. I said that.
Ooh, wow. I'm sorry. Look, a listener, Steve, he recommended the movie as well. A lot of people have said they liked this. I am not one of them. I did not enjoy it. It was hard to get through. I dozed off. You know how you gotta back it up? What did I miss? Because I dozed off. I had to do that 4 times.
I don't know, man. Maybe it's not for everybody. It's a slow burn, like I said, but it's only 93 minutes or something, would we say?
It's an hour and a half. Yeah, 93 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm glad you liked it. It's for some people. It's not for me. I'm not here to poop on it, though, okay? I'm just saying
Okay.
I watched it. Wasn't for me. I'm glad you enjoyed it, all right?
Okay.
Okay. Jason Segel's in that, right?
Love Jason Segel.
Okay, well, Jason Segel has a new show that's about to go into production called Shrinking.
Okay.
Have you heard about this at all?
No, it's not like the Matt Damon movie, is it?
No. This is by the people that bring you Ted Lasso.
Oh, great.
Bill Lawrence and Brett Goldstein. They're writing, producing. It's going to be on Apple TV Plus. Now, the reason I bring this up is because the co-star on this show is going to be
Lily Collins.
Harrison Ford.
Oh, yeah, I remember him.
You remember him.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think he remembers himself, but this is going to be the first official TV show he's done as a series regular.
First TV show of any kind, really.
Well, no,
right?
he's done guest spots on TVs in the 60s and 70s. Right?
Wow.
He was jumping all over the place. He'd show up in an episode of Ironside or Love American Style or
Love Boat or
Kung
something.
Fu. He's never on Love Boat. Kung Fu. So he played a guy in Kung Fu. Anyway, have you watched Kung Fu?
No,
David
I know what it
Carradine?
is.
You know what it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, so he would guest star, but he'd never actually been a series regular on anything. And that's the world we live in now, where Harrison Ford is now doing a TV show.
Before we go too much further, do you remember my joke about Kung Fu
No.
from stand-up?
No.
David Carradine. Talk about a guy with a guilty pleasure.
I don't get it. What am I
Oh,
missing?
never mind. Autoerotic asphyxiation.
Oh, right. Yeah, because he hung himself while he was masturbating.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's that there's worse guilty pleasures than watching Netflix.
I guess that would be it.
Okay.
Okay.
Anyway.
No release date for that, but it's going to go into production soon. What am I going to do? Not watch that? I have to see Harrison Ford in his first TV show. Even
That's
though I
gonna be
think
good.
he's washed up.
Ah.
Right? I mean, he's washed up, but whatever.
Do you
I'm
think
going to
he'll
watch
make
it.
a cameo on Mandalorian season 2?
You mean season 3?
Season 3?
I don't know. Who knows what they're doing? I had heard that he shot something where they de-aged him for the show. Maybe he'll be in the Obi-Wan Kenobi thing, which would make no sense. Let's not go down the Star Wars rabbit hole
All
right
right.
now.
Okay.
You're asking for a world of hurt.
Okay. Okay.
Okay? Now, something great has returned. By the time you're listening to this, the first episode will have premiered. It is Better Call Saul Season 6. I've talked about this before, but it's back. It's 13 episodes. It's a supersized season. And just like Ozark, they're splitting it in 2.
Okay.
It's going to come back for the second part on July 11th. If you want to get caught up right now, which I highly recommend, this show rules. Seasons 1 through 5 are now streaming on Netflix. I've said it before. I'm just going to watch Better Call Saul. The writing, the acting, the directing is all first-rate television.
Great. Well, that sounds cool. I'll watch that.
Have you watched any of it?
I
I forget.
no.
Did you watch Breaking Bad?
No, I can't watch everything, man.
But watch this.
Okay. Bob Odenkirk,
That's right. You don't like Odenkirk. Well, fine. I can't help you.
I just think he's on-screen death. I'm sure
No,
he's a nice guy.
He's great. Look, at the people that are listening, they know. Better Call Saul. Then finally, another update. The Game of Thrones spinoff, prequel, whatever you want to call it, House of the Dragon has an official premiere date of August 21st. So, woohoo!
Great.
Flame on.
Yeah.
All right.
That's what I was thinking.
That's it. Okay, those are my big notes for like stuff that's out, coming up, and wacky. All right. So let's go. Let's do a review, Joe.
Oh, actually, I forgot to mention. You last time you were here, you left your notes for the Oscar nominees.
I did.
Yeah, and you didn't even get into them on the show.
Well, because it was taking too much time. I was yapping forever about every movie.
But you gave like 2 or 3 word reviews of each movie. Do you remember that? No.
Yes.
Yeah. For the purpose. Yeah. Let me just read, folks. This is the stuff I find that Dimo leaves here. So here's Dimo's 2 or 3 word notes about each of these nominees. Nightmare Alley, you wrote half right, as in it was a nightmare, I guess. Don't look up at the screen. Belfast, not fast enough. The Power of the Dog That Ate the Script. West Side's and West Side Snorri, I guess is what that's supposed to say. And I think the least sensitive of all of them was this. That was Coda. I was signing you.
Oh, okay.
So, anyway, that's
great.
Dimo's. Those are Dimo's heavy hitter.
Incredible. I have no memory of writing those. I wonder how.
You left out King Richard. I guess that one was just a little too soon.
Thank you for your comedy bit. I appreciate it.
Been working all week.
I was going to
on
say,
that.
how long have you prepped on those?
Yeah.
Congratulations, Joe. You
Thank
know
you.
what? Give yourself a binge.
I think that's the right one.
Yeah, sure. That's definitely
Okay,
it.
actual review time?
Yes.
All right, go ahead.
This is a show that we're both currently watching. As we record this, we've watched the first 5 episodes. There are 10 total. It is HBO and HBO Max Winning Time, The Rise of the Lakers Dynasty.
Very big, very heavily promoted in LA. That was the only billboard I saw for about a month and a half.
Yeah, it's everywhere. What do you think?
I've watched the first 5.
Obviously, I just said that, yes.
And I love it.
I think it's fantastic.
Yeah. It's very Adam McKay.
It's very Adam McKay.
You go first. I have some thoughts. You go ahead.
Okay, I want to break down who's in it first, okay? Sure. John C. Reilly is Jerry Buss. Quincy Isaiah, never seen him before. He plays Magic Johnson. Jason Clarke plays Jerry West. We'll get into Jerry West in a minute. Adrian Brody is Pat Riley. Tracy Letts as Jack McKinney. There's something I didn't know anything about, right? This coach.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know.
No idea. Jason Siegel's in it. Solomon Hughes plays Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. And Sally Field plays Jerry Buss's mother. She's not in it that much. Very small part. Gabby Hoffman plays Claire Rothman, someone I'd never heard of, but she's pretty good too.
She's in some other stuff. Now, that guy, it's interesting. Solomon Hughes that plays Kareem, he was like a professor. He got the role sort of out of nowhere because they were like, we need a 6'10" black guy that can act and play basketball. And they plucked him out of, I want to say Stanford or somewhere he was teaching at.
Stanford and Duke.
So not someone you would have seen anywhere probably before that, I don't think.
I didn't recognize him in anything.
Crazy good cast, though.
Yeah. I want to talk about the creators, though, just so we know what we're getting into. Max Bornstein. Now, his credits include the Godzilla and King Kong reboots. Mm-hmm. And then his co-producer is Jim Hetch, Hecht, whatever. And he did the Ice Age movies. Yeah. So you can see how perfect for a show about the Lakers. But it's all, like you said, Adam McKay style. It's always breaking the fourth wall and winking at the camera. You're either on board for this kind of filmmaking or you're not. I happen to be. I like the wink winks, the nudge nudges, the little ding. You know, there's always like a little like graphic that goes up and people go, ha! You know what I mean? I dig it.
Yeah, they're breaking the fourth wall, as they call it. Now,
are you listening to what I say? I just said they break the fourth wall. You're too busy reading your own crap.
No, I was looking something up. The story behind how this got made is very interesting.
We're going to get into that.
Okay.
We're going to get into that. Now, the look of it. Can we talk about the look?
It's all over the place.
It's all over the place, which I like. Okay?
7 different cameras.
7 different
per
cameras,
scene.
you know, different 35 millimeter, 16 millimeter, Super 8.
VHS.
You know, VHS. They got these broadcast cameras that were used in the late 70s and the early 80s for television. And then they're shooting all the basketball and the press conferences with those cameras. I mean, they really want it to look like that time. It does look like a home movie a lot.
Now, do you wish they would have stuck with that the whole time? Because sometimes it cuts to very cinematic, like an RE, like real nice looking and then goes back to the camcorder.
I don't mind it. I don't really notice it at this point, except the one time they cut to the thing with like, you can see the sprocket hole on the side. There's always that shot they get a lot with the sprocket hole.
Yeah, it looks like an iPhone notch, which it's not, but that's what I always think.
It's like, it's like Super 8 film or whatever. But yeah, I read this whole article about Kodak and how like they provided all this film and the whole processing of it. It's really technically a lot of fun. It's all jump cuts. Someone was saying, "Oh, it's the worst edited thing." I'm like, no, I like that it's all over the place.
It's stylized.
It's super stylized.
Not bad. It's just stylized, very unique. And I like directors, as you know, that make choices. Wes Anderson, Quentin Tarantino, Scorsese. You can tell that it's their movie without anyone telling you who directed it.
Right.
Adam McKay, although this one is
he only did the first episode and he's an executive producer. Other people are directing it.
Yeah, but
he set the style.
Yeah, and you can tell that it's him because of the winking at the camera and because of the cinematic chaos, which makes it interesting because it sort of fits the tone of the script as well. It looks like the script. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what you want.
I think so.
Yeah. Look, we're both enjoying this show. I just want to let you know, I don't care about the Lakers. Okay, I had to do a party for the Lakers after they three-peated in like 2001.
Oh, yeah.
They had their big, post-celebration party where I worked. Man, do I hate the Lakers.
Wow.
Everybody was there except Kobe. Kobe didn't do that thing. It was just a nightmare, just a bunch of, lunatics running around. It was crazy.
Ugh, go on.
Well, what do you want to talk about this?
Well,
you want to talk about the production of it. And then,
we did.
You know what? Time out. Time out, coach. Time out. Get it? Because we're playing basketball.
Yes, I got it.
Okay, great. The way they're treating Jerry West is straight character assassination. I don't know what he's really like in real life, Maybe he is a curmudgeon, but they make him look like he is insane.
I disagree.
You don't think he comes off bad in this?
I think he comes off badass in this.
I mean, he's a fascinating character, but
I love it.
Was he really like this? I mean, they got to be taking huge creative liberties.
I doubt
also, portraying Magic Johnson as a complete horn dog, love it.
Well, we know that's true.
Going to the sex parties. This show opens, by the way, I'm not giving anything away, where it's like, it's 1991 and Magic's just been told he has, he's HIV positive. And then, then it goes back to the late 70s, early 80s. But that's how it opens. And so it like really establishes, okay, he was always, sticking his dick in things.
Yeah.
Right? So was Jerry Buss. Look, I like these guys because they're, they're poon hounds. And
now,
they're
hold on.
fun.
Are you talking about Jerry West or
What did
Jerry
I say?
Buss?
Did I say Jerry West again? I meant Jerry Buss.
Okay. You said Jerry West the first time.
Oh, I'm sorry. I meant Jerry Buss. Too many Jerrys.
Yeah, but the comment that you're making applies to both of them. They're both like Don Draper literally on cocaine. Yeah, just boning anything they can get their hands on. Toxic masculinity. However,
but it's fun.
They present it in a way where it's like, hey, these guys were flawed individuals, but like I always say, if it weren't for alcoholics, we'd all be speaking German. There's some of that to this where it's like, hey, this is what it takes. These guys were ball breakers and I don't know how long these guys are. They both still alive?
Jerry Buss is dead.
Okay. What did he die at? 40? He couldn't have lived very long.
He got up there.
Jerry Buss died in 2013 at the age of 80.
They worked hard and played hard. I mean, they invented that.
I think that's why I like the show. Because it's sort of like, it's commenting on the fact that, like, can you believe people used to act like this? And it is celebrating them in a way.
It is celebrating the
debauchery of it.
Yes, exactly. And, the episode, I think it was the most recent one where they were putting together the lounge and all this stuff. And it was, what they say, it was Disneyland meets the Oscars meets
the Playboy Mansion.
The Playboy Mansion.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
that's the one place in LA I've never went to.
Yeah.
I never got there.
Shocking.
Everybody I know, I'm going to the Playboy Mansion. Look, I worked in the photo business for a while, and my friend's like, we're going to shoot at the mansion today. And I'm just like, yeah. And I'm stuck behind some desk looking at a bunch of numbers, right?
Yeah.
But you go to the Playboy Mansion. Sorry.
Yeah.
I just resent certain things.
Well, the last thing I was going to say about that, this thing encapsulates Showtime perfectly. And, I've always wondered, they called them the Showtime Lakers at that time. I didn't know anything about it until I started watching this. When you think about it, a basketball team or any sports team, they're really in the entertainment business. As much as we like to say, it's all about rings, and that's entertainment when they win.
It's a show.
You're selling tickets. And I think Jerry Buss was as much interested in selling tickets and selling an experience as he was getting the rings. The rings followed. But I don't think that you hear other sports team owners talk about that. Like, I mean, maybe, I don't know, maybe they do. But
Jerry Jones is
yeah.
a showman, right? He's got to have like the biggest TV possible in his
Yeah.
stadium. And
I guess. I mean, there's a couple examples, but if it were me, if I were running a sports team, that's all I'd care about is getting butts in seats and charging a lot for tickets. Like, playoffs are great, championships are great, but the experience, and now I guess...
well, it's a business.
Right, but you think that Bill Belichick gives a crap what the stadium looks like? Or
No.
He's X's and O's.
Yeah, he's X's and O's guy.
You know, I know. I just wanted to bring him
I
up.
know. Don't get me started about Belichick.
I love the show. What else were you going to say?
Well, we've got to talk about the casting and
Oh, yeah.
Adam McKay. You do that. I read a whole thing about it, but you go.
Okay, so up until a couple of weeks before they started shooting, Jerry Buss, who's now played by
John C. Reilly. And have we said John C. Reilly crushes in this?
He's the reason to watch.
Yes.
Him and Magic
Yep.
are the reason to watch it. But everybody's good.
Yep.
Literally every single person in it is good. Anyway, a couple of weeks before they started shooting, guess who dropped out? I know you already know. Who dropped out of playing Jerry Buss because they didn't like the fourth wall stuff. They didn't like the gimmicky type of stuff. Very serious actor, Michael Shannon.
Yep.
Okay, from all the Jeff Nichols movies.
Jeff Nichols.
Yeah,
Who?
like Mud and Midnight Special.
Yeah, everybody knows who Michael Shannon is. He's a
Okay.
weirdo.
Yeah.
He's a weird dude.
This would have been a whole different show if he were in it. I'm glad he dropped out. Now, here's the drama. Guess who really wanted the part to begin with? Will Ferrell, Adam McKay's partner at Gary Sanchez, which is now defunct.
Because of this.
Possibly.
I heard that this show killed their professional and personal relationship.
Because Will Ferrell wanted the part. He gave it to Michael Shannon. Shannon fell through. Will Ferrell said, well, it's mine now, right? And he goes, when he used John C. Reilly, his co-star from Step Brothers. And yeah, I guess that was the straw that, I mean, maybe there was other stuff, but no more Gary Sanchez and no Will Ferrell. This, by the way, would have not been nearly as good with Will Ferrell.
Yeah, it wouldn't have worked.
It would have been terrible.
Yep.
You can't look at him and not laugh.
Well, he's just, I'm like, are you really going to go for it here? Are you going to be serious? Because, you know, as funny as it is, Riley's playing it straight.
Yeah, there's a line in the last episode where they said that everyone wants to come see the Lakers and pretend that you're Jerry Buss, including Jerry Buss, or something to that effect, where he is playing his own character. Will Ferrell, I can't imagine that working.
Anyway, want to wrap this one up.
Yeah, I think we agree. This is well, you go ahead.
Okay, Winning Time, The Rise of the Lakers Dynasty, 10 episodes on HBO and HBO Max. This is a lot of fun, and this is a binge.
Okay, Dimo, I've got kind of a surprise for you.
I love surprises.
I almost didn't do this for a couple reasons. Number one, because I know you hadn't seen it or heard of it, but also I didn't want people thinking I was only doing it because of the star of the movie, because this is probably the 8th Ben Affleck movie that I brought up.
Oh, you're setting me up.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to go there.
That's fine. You don't have to.
Okay.
I just want you to know that's not why I wanted to review this. I wanted to review it because it's very timely right now.
Okay.
Now, this is called Deep Water.
This is his movie with Ana de Armas.
Yeah. It's a
Uh-huh.
Hulu original movie. Now, Dimo, do you know what a cuckold is?
Isn't that like a super pussy? It's a guy that lets someone bang his wife or something.
Something
Sort of?
like that. A man who's emasculated by his cheating partner, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Now, have you ever been a cuckold?
I'm sure I have and didn't even know it.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
I've not willingly.
Right. So this, I'm not giving anything away. This movie is about a man, Ben Affleck, who is a willing cuckold. Okay, his wife has an open relationship. He does not, but his wife sleeps around in front of him, almost literally. They have big parties. They're very, socialites, and he's a rich. He invented a microchip or something that they use in the Defense Department, whatever. And she just screws around on him all the time with these different younger guys, and he doesn't like it. After a while, it starts to bubble up. Now, where else have we seen something like this recently? Really?
What? What?
A guy with a wife who has an open relationship, even though he doesn't, and he starts to.
Oh, yes.
yeah.
Slappity slap, 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 slap.
The only good part of the Oscars. So this is, imagine what happened on the night of the Oscars times 100. And this is also a very slow burn. And I do mean slow because it's about 2 hours long. It's based on the book by Patricia Highsmith, also called Deep Water.
I'm looking at it right now, and I noticed the director, Adrian Lyne.
I'm going to get to that.
Well, I know him, and this is right up his alley. This is his material.
Yeah.
Fatal Attraction.
I was going to say.
Unfaithful. Who would make this? Oh, yeah, there he is. I'm glad that he's getting work again. I thought he was done. So congratulations.
You're way ahead of me.
I'm sorry.
So the last movie he directed was Unfaithful in 2002. Before that, Lolita in 97. And then we're back in the mid-90s and the 80s. Flashdance, Jacob's Ladder, Fatal Attraction, old stuff. So this guy came out of retirement, basically, to direct this. And yeah, it's a psychological thriller about an unhappy couple. And again, it's long. I didn't love that part about it. There's a lot of long shots in it, something Adam McKay would never do. Show a guy walk.
Yeah,
all the
2
way.
hours and 33 minutes, dude.
Yeah, it's long. It's really long. Could have been about an hour 50.
Time out. Did you see that sketch on Saturday Night Live last week? You probably don't watch SNL, do you?
I don't know which one you're talking about, though. Yeah, with the seat fillers.
No. The filmed one about wanting a short movie, the Pete
Oh, no.
Davidson one. It's
No.
all wrapped out. It's like, I want a short movie, and all these long movies, and they can't get through them. And they
Yeah.
list all these movies that are short.
Okay.
It's right up our alley, because that's what we're always discussing. It's like, give us something, short. Anyway, check it out, everybody. It's a funny little, 2-minute sketch.
Okay.
Sorry, didn't mean to keep going.
That's okay. I mean, that was pretty much it. It's the closest thing I can think of. You remember that movie Gone Girl, also based on a book
Yeah.
written by a chick who secretly wants to kill her real-life boyfriend, so she writes a book about a couple. It's kind of like a Lifetime movie, but a lot grittier. Ben
The
Affleck.
Spice Network.
No,
Do you remember the Spice Network?
Spike TV?
No, Spice. SPIC. It was hardcore porn that was edited, so there was no money shots. It was really bad porn because you didn't really see anything.
Huh.
It was the big thing in the early 90s. I know you were too young.
Yeah, when I was 7.
Yeah. Well, that's, you know what? That's about the age I started. So you can see why I'm effed up.
Sounds about right. A lot of stuff's making sense.
Yeah. All right. Sorry.
Deep Water on Hulu. It's long, but it's if you like psychological thrillers, if you like Lifetime stuff, it's rated R. And here's the one thing I didn't like about it. Ben Affleck, not used to his potential. He's basically a hat rack in this thing.
How's she?
She's great.
Right.
She's fantastic.
She's playing Marilyn Monroe next.
Yes.
In a movie that's already rated NC-17.
Yeah.
And the director's like, I don't care.
It'll be the
Give
first-
me the NC-17. F you. And I'm like, you go, dude.
the first Netflix original to be NC-17.
Great. Who cares? It's on Netflix. Get the kids out of the room.
Well,
Whatever.
look at the show we just talked about on HBO. I've seen about 700 wieners on there. I mean, HBO doesn't care. Why would Netflix care at this point?
It's like Euphoria times 1,000. Talk about a wiener show.
Yeah.
Oh, I see that one of the Euphoria wieners is in this as well. Jacob, the Elordi.
It's a lordy.
You know what? Can people go back to having normal stage names so I can pronounce them? Everyone's got some wacky name that I can how do I say this? And then I have to spend 8 hours going around on YouTube trying to find the pronunciation of something. And you find all these videos and not one of them says their name. Or if there's an introduction, they've cut that out. So I have to go 8 different videos just to find how to say someone's last name.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't.
I agree. Keep it simple. Jan Michael Vincent.
Right.
Perfect example. All right. Deep Water on Hulu. I liked it. I say it's a binge. Someone did point out to me that we're recommending they binge movies and documentaries, which typically a binge is a series, but we've long blown past our own.
It's a streaming review. We don't just do series. Who told you this? Do they know what the show is?
We've blown past our own parameters.
It streams, okay?
Yeah. It streams, and binge it even though there's only one thing of it. That's fine.
Yeah, it's a thumbs up, thumbs down. It's 4 stars. It's whatever. It's how we rate things.
Yeah, it's...
you really can't binge a movie. Whoever told you that, you know what? I don't want you... No, I can't say I don't want you listening. Please listen. But, come on.
It's, what's it called? Not metaphorical. It's
Oh my God.
euphemistic
It's
when
our
we say
gimmick.
binge or purge.
It's our gimmick, for God's sake. I'm sorry, I'm so out of it today. I'm just
You're spicy. Speaking of spicy TV, it's a spicy podcast featuring.
Are you
Dimo.
ready for the money shot, Joe?
Yeah, I am. In fact, speaking of breaking rules, this next thing that you've got, I don't know if this even, but whatever. Let's
What are you
just
talking about? It's a show.
I know it's a show, but it's on network television first.
No, it's not. It's on FX Hulu. Look we've reviewed FX shows since
I
the
know.
beginning.
That's what
This
I'm
is not on PBS.
Okay.
It's not on ABC.
Can't get it with rabbit ears.
You can't get it with rabbit ears.
All right.
Okay?
Can you get anything with rabbit ears anymore?
You can get a lot, actually.
Huh.
I have a TV at home back in Rochester. I don't have cable on it, so I have the antenna. There's a bunch of stuff.
Oh, how
You can
about
get
that?
Laugh, which is a show that shows comedies from the 70s and 80s.
Let me guess how they spell laugh. It's not normal.
It's LAFF.
Yep, there we
Right,
go.
there you go. There
Sounds
you
right.
Of course.
Okay.
Of course. Oh, by the way, I did put Pluto TV on my stick. It was right there. Remember
Yeah.
last week we were talking about Pluto TV?
Yep.
I don't know how to navigate it because I go in and it's like a guide. It's like a TV channel where things are on at certain times. It's very strange.
Yeah, there's an on-demand area, but yeah, there's a guide like there is on Spectrum, that kind of stuff.
Anyway, blah, blah, blah. Okay, this show that I'm going to talk about right now is a show that is in its third season, yet it premiered in 2016.
Oh, what is it, the Orville?
No, it's Atlanta.
Oh, yeah.
I love this show. Okay, this is Donald Glover's baby. He's the creative force behind it. Also, the real creative mind as well is this Japanese-American director named Hiro Murai. This dude is talented. He directs the majority of these episodes. He's also directed a bunch of episodes of Barry. He's Glover's partner in crime, as far as I'm concerned, and they push it. They take big risks. They take big swings. They don't always work, but this show, it's art. I know that sounds kind of weird, but I think the show is art. It's not like anything else. Some episodes are just out there. Let me give you an example of how ballsy this show is. The show hasn't been on because of COVID and their schedules in forever. Okay, like I said, they're in season 3 and the thing premiered in 2016. So these huge gaps between seasons. Their first episode back isn't about the main characters whatsoever. It's this like short story that has really nothing to do with the things that you know. Yet it's fascinating and it was really good. It's kind of weird that you would open your show with kind of like a throwaway episode.
Bottle episode.
A bottle episode. There's lots of bottle episodes. There's one called Fubu about, well, it's basically the Donald Glover character when he was younger as a kid in junior high. That episode is great. There's another totally weird one called Teddy Perkins where Glover gets all, prosthetic up and he plays this like reclusive Michael Jackson type guy. Stuff is weird on this show, man. And a lot of episodes, like there's a tension in them where I kind of get scared.
Really?
There's this undercurrent of like just like dread in a way. Something dangerous could happen at any moment on this show.
Huh.
Now, before I go any further, the cast is basically 4 people: Donald Glover, Brian Tyree Henry, Lakeith Stanfield, and Zazie Beetz.
It's Lakeith Stanfield and Zazie Beetz.
And they all really bring, something different to their parts. Brian Tyree Henry plays like an up-and-coming rapper named Paperboy. The structure of the show is Donald Glover's his cousin, and he's kind of managing his rap career for his cousin. That's, the track that the show runs on. But it goes off all over the place.
It's Black Entourage.
No. I wouldn't categorize it. I don't know what this is. It's its own thing, man. It's not like anything else. It's a comedy sometimes. It's a drama. I guess it's a dramedy, but it deals with some social issues a lot of the time. And like, I find it to be fascinating. And the fact is, there's not many more left because they've already shot the 4th season. They did it consecutively with season 3, and that's going to drop later this fall. And then it's over. Season 1, 10 episodes. Season 2, 11 episodes. Season 3, 10 episodes. And they're half hours. Look, I recommend this show to everybody if you want something different. Not every episode's going to work for you. I mean, I've sat there and gone, what the F am I watching? What am I doing? Why am I watching this show? And then, it sticks in your brain. Look it's streaming right now on Hulu. Get caught up. I mean, there's an episode with an invisible car. You're like, what? An invisible car? Yeah. Like it takes chances and risks. It pushes it. I didn't think it was going to be for me. It totally is. It's Atlanta, streaming on FX, Hulu. It's a major binge.
Now, real quick.
Yeah.
First of all, that's 3 binges. We don't
It
do
is.
that often. I have 2 problems with Donald Glover.
Okay.
Number one, he does rap music or
Childish
R&B.
Gambino.
Childish Gambino. He was on SNL. Well, there's one of his songs. The only song that I would recognize as his, it's just a woman singing. And he went on SNL. He was just like standing there. I don't think he even like sang or rapped the whole time.
Oh, I
So,
missed that.
It was
I
like
don't
the
know.
band was playing and some woman was singing and he just stood there. And it's like, well, I mean, that's what I remember anyway.
Look, the impression I get from him is he's kind of full of himself.
Oh, that brings me to point number 2.
Okay.
He has a stand-up special. You ever seen Donald Glover around the comedy clubs, Dimo?
No.
No.
I've never once seen him do stand-up live.
Well, you're not going to see it on a special either because it's pretty clear they taped it a couple of times in an empty room and then taped it maybe twice with an audience and just cut it together. It's completely cooked. It's terrible. Someone wrote it all for him. He's not a stand-up. You're not a stand-up unless you're miserable inside, outside, and all the way around. And this was just like,
Hello.
hey, I want to do a stand-up special. And he acted. It was like he was playing the part of a stand-up.
Okay.
So don't do a stand-up special if you're not a comic.
I agree.
Okay. Anyway, I watched a couple episodes of the show when it first came out. It's pretty good. So
It is a good show. Like I said, it's something different. It's not like anything else that's out there. And that's why I like it. Every episode, you know what you're getting. You're like, what is going to happen in this one?
Okay.
And that's good.
You mentioned Barry earlier. That's coming back too. That's that I wrote down my looking forward
Season
to.
3, absolutely.
Yeah. But that feels like it's been 4 years. It might have been 4 years.
It's been, not 4 years, but everything's been a while, man.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Just be happy we're starting to get stuff back that we like.
Slowly but surely, yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of stuff we liked, 3 binges. We had Winning Time, The Rise of the Lakers Dynasty on HBO Max. We both love that. It's halfway through the season. Pick it up now. It comes out weekly at this point, which is kind of frustrating, but
I like the weekly. It's something to look forward to.
well, it's Sunday night HBO is back. That's
yes,
cool.
for sure.
Then
That and John Oliver. Oh, thank you, John Oliver.
well, agree to disagree.
Oh, no.
Deep Water on Hulu. It's a what's the guy's name that's in that?
I'm not playing
Okay,
that
all
game.
right. Ben Affleck, great movie, and also the girl. I forgot the girl's name.
Anna de Armas.
Anna de Armas, gorgeous.
She's quality.
Yeah.
Did you see Knives Out? She's really good in that.
I didn't see Knives Out.
Oh, you should see Knives Out.
Okay.
Good movie.
And then finally,
She's also
Atlanta.
in Blade Runner 2049.
Okay.
Okay. I said.
I'm sure she's in. People, you can look that up on IMDb.com.
Anyway,
folks.
she works a lot. She's great. Okay, I'm sorry. Atlanta, yes.
Atlanta season 3. Demo loves it, and that's 3 binges. So what else do you want from us, folks?
Yeah, we gave you stuff to watch. Isn't that why you listen to this?
Exactly. Where can they find us?
You can find us on Twitter at Binge or Purge, Instagram at Binge or Purge Podcast, on YouTube at Binge or Purge. No, it's just on YouTube. It's not at anything. Look us up on YouTube. We're there. I spend hours and hours downloading this crap so you can watch it on YouTube. And then I look at it and go, oh, you've got 10 views. Wow. I'm breaking records on YouTube with 10 views.
If we get 100 views, we'll do one video one. How's that?
All about that. If we get 100 views on YouTube, we will actually shoot a video. And now, don't get any ideas where you're going to go, I'm going to do this. I'm going to click, 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 click. Because no, I know you, John Fiorella. I know you'll do that. So don't start. Say one of our listeners. It's exactly the type of thing he'll do. Like, you said you would do it. Oh.
Well, that doesn't hurt us, so I'd say click away.
All right, okay. Email us at bingerpurgepodcast@gmail.com. You know what, folks? You win. Okay, I said I was going to harp on getting the voicemails until I finally started getting them all the time, but apparently none of you want to take the time to do that. So F you, okay? I'm done. Congratulations. You shit all over that concept, you lazy fucks.
This has been Binge or Purge streaming reviews. We want to thank Jess the Facts, as always. You can follow her on Instagram at @theJessieGreer. It's Jessie with the Y. Demo's over there breaking plates in my kitchen. So I'll sign off this time. This has been Binge or Purge, episode 83. Say a prayer for Demo. Tune in next time. Thank you.